let's see. Was it Tanya Unkovich? And everyone guess what type of alcoholic beverage she drinks.
Oh,
Mr. Speaker,
yeah.
I rise to personally give my position on the sale and supply of alcohol. Sales on Anzac Day Morning, Good Friday, Easter Sunday and Christmas Day Amendment Bill. Now, my personal position, has not changed since the previous bill that we spoke on by Mr. Luxon, in that I will not be voting for this. Now, there's a number of reasons, but one thing I do want to put on the record is that New Zealand First have exercised their conscience vote, as we did in the last bill, and it just so happened that 8 members individually said no. So I just wanted to put that on the record for my colleague. Now, look, when I look at this piece of legislation, I ask the question, what is the problem that we're trying to fix here? And I look at the problem and then I go, okay, by solving this problem, is it going to create another problem? And what is the trade-off? So I was thinking in those terms. And I was thinking about a lot of the NGOs, Mr. Speaker, who I go and speak to, like the Salvation Army Bridge program, and I asked all of them about not only the previous piece of legislation, but also this one. What are your views? And they have said the last thing we need is another outlet, another avenue for people who have drug or alcohol issues to be able to have easy access. During these times, holidays, Easter, Christmas, are times when they notice the mental health issues really do accelerate, and it's the loneliness that kicks in. It's a reminder that maybe I don't have a family. It's many things that trigger people, and to be able to have more access to alcohol, they have seen does not serve them or the community. So I'm listening to that issue. You know, we talk a lot in the House about health and how can we take pressure off our health system, our mental health system, our physical health system. And I reflect on what could happen on Christmas Day if someone who has drunk too much gets in the car and drives to get more alcohol. And I think of the possibility of loss of life. And yes, one weighs it up, but you know, one loss of life is too much for a family. And I think of these instances when thinking about how am I going to speak to this bill. It does happen. And I know someone who lost a brother on Christmas Day, and the pain never goes, and it's a reminder every Christmas Day. So I just wanted to bring some of those scenarios to the House. Do I have to confess I'm also a Catholic? Probably not. Being good Croatian stock. My grandmother couldn't read or write, but man, she knew how to pray the rosary. And so, of course, being brought up in a very religious life, one that I'm very grateful for, might I add. And Good Friday, Easter Sunday, Christmas Day are massive celebrations for our family, for our community. And I'm very involved in the religious communities, Catholic and others. And I know that this is something that they do not want. They want to do everything to maintain family, to maintain the sacredness of those days. And, you know, in the most recent census, 30% of people identified as Christians. So in my communities, people who I speak to about this, they say, no, it's not something we want. It's not that we don't want it, but we want to do everything we can to preserve our family unit. And this is one way that we see we can maintain that and not let anything else get in the way. And, you know, Good Friday, it is, for many of us, a time of fasting and abstinence, and it does have meaning. So, you know, these are just some of the things that I wanted to add as to why I personally will not vote for this. I honour the members who brought these to the House, these bills. Your contributions were very valid. However, thankfully, this is a conscience vote, and that is my say. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I like you saying about red wine.
Oh, yeah, no, because she mentioned Croatia, so the alcohol choice for her has to be Slivovitz, which is a plum brandy.
Oh, that sounds so nice.
Yeah.
It's actually really good, but it packs a punch.
That wine fueled the entire Serbo-Croatian War. Seriously. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Not that there's any link between those two, but I'm just throwing that in there as a little fact.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. Who's got the order, paper podcast?